Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today. Hope everybody's doing well. Today is quite nice out lately, but in the meantime, we still got a few things to share. I've still got a few things to share. I've picked up some books recently. I want to share that with you guys, and as well as a couple of mail call came in today. So we'll open those up together. Okay, so if you want to see all that, stay tuned after the short video intro. And we're back. Okay, Comic Sniper here along with my little sidekick buddy, Mark III. We're going to go over, as I said, some local finds that I picked up over the weekend at a local comic show. It was pretty good. It was a small little intimate venue, and it's always a good couple of hours to go over and talk to a lot of people. There's a lot of great people there, and some people that I've seen over time, and I always love chatting it up. So I'm going to share with you some of some of the books that I've managed to pick up while I was there, as well as, like I showed you earlier, we got two boxes. From one is from eBay, and then one is from Instagram. All right, so we'll get right to those as well. So we'll leave the unboxing, the mail call opening to last, but we'll jump right into what I picked up over the weekend. So starting with the one vendor, I just picked this up. I just saw it on his table. This is Supergirl number 19. This is the Stanley Art Germ covers. I've been collecting the run, but for some reason I missed out. I have number 20 already, but I happened to miss. I was on vacation, and I guess I missed the 19 issue, and I got the 20. So I wanted to collect kind of the whole run. So I've been doing pretty good lately. But this is an awesome looking cover. Really nice, high grade too. There isn't really much to complain about on this book. So yeah. Plus, really digging the Supergirl covers from Art Germ. He's been really doing a great job. So kudos to him for that. Okay, so up next, from another vendor. This is another vendor. I picked up two books from him. First up is the Sensational She-Hulk number 1. This is I just find this funny. It's I've had this book a few times, and kind of sold it off, given it away, so forth. It's not a big key by any means. It's only I only got it at a dollar bin, so I'm happy to pick that up. This is she's holding up her actual first appearance comic book, and saying, "If you don't buy my book this time, I'm gonna come over to your house and rip up all your X-Men." So I thought it's pretty humorous. And it's she's definitely got the style going on in the 80s, that kind of stuff, with the big hair. So that's a lot of fun. So I only picked this up in a dollar bin, so that was pretty cool. This one, again, not a terribly expensive book, not a big key. Wonder Man number 1. I always like Wonder Man. Kind of going through. He's been around for quite a while. I think we finally found out the mystery of where the fanny pouch came from. Check that out. So, I think the mystery has been solved. I think he's sporting it there. So yeah, again, this is not a terribly big issue. It's a great looking cover. With the red eyes and everything. I thought that was a wonderful little add-on to him. So yeah, and this is a very nice copy too. Very clean, sharp corners, really clean no soiling whatsoever. So that's why I wanted to have this one. Also, from a different vendor, just picked up some low value, like $1, $2. This is Sheena number 0. Just because of the cover, you know, I'm not even I wasn't even quite sure who the artist is on this one. I haven't opened it up yet, but I thought that was a pretty cool looking cover. It kind of reminds me of an Adam Hughes kind of thing, but not quite. So that is pretty cool. All right, and then I also picked up this. This is, I really dig finding this. I really love finding this. This is Airboy number 5, Return of Valkyrie. That is a pretty crazy, really sexy cover. You know, very kind of in the 50s, 40s, 50s, I take it, kind of style. Really cool. So yeah, by Eclipse Comics. So that's pretty cool. So, and then lastly from that vendor, I also picked up an Extraordinary X-Men. He gave me a pretty good deal on these, since I picked up a few comics from him. So this is number 1, a J. Scott Campbell variant with magic on the cover. I've seen this book around with few people picking this up and showing it off. So just haven't had a chance to get a hold of it myself. So when I finally saw it, took a chance on it. He gave me a good deal, so I jumped on it. This one is, from what I remember, I think the issue is on the back. This is not like a 9/8. It falls off the 9/8, kind of. From what I remember when I looked through it, I think it's in the back. There might be a couple of spine text that breaks color, so it'll fall off the 9/8 definitely. It's gonna be probably in the 9/6, maybe even the 9/4s. But regardless, I didn't pay a lot for it. So this from another vendor. This set, just a lot of fun. Again, I didn't really go for big high dollar value comics this time around. I mostly went for a lot of more of obscure titles that I thought kind of remind me of my childhood. Definitely He-Man Masters of the Universe. This is number 1. It's not a big key issue again, but He-Man on the cover. This is a lot of fun. It reminds me of a lot of the cartoons growing up as I watched them along with a lot of people. So definitely something to have, and I'm happy to have it. Plus, it presents really well. It does have a couple of spine ticks that break color, so it's nothing that needs to have like super high grade condition wise. Just a very fun cover to have. Plus, I didn't pay a lot for it. This one, the Champions number 1. Guy gave me a pretty good deal on this one too, number 1. So love the I believe this is Gil Kane that did this cover. But yeah, just it always with regards to the background, it looks like it's on fire, right? Just like that. And with the characters, always one with a big center Hercules there. That is a fantastic cover, right? I think that's just phenomenal. You got a lot of great heroes in there with Ghost Rider, Iceman, Black Widow, and the Angel. And then this copy itself it presents really well, but it does have some issues. There's some light scuffing going on there. Not a lot of spine ticks, but I believe in the back, I think when I inspected this, there's a little bit of foxing in the back. So, but regardless, that's still a nice Champions number 1 for me. And let's see, got a few more books to go before we open up. Next one is a DC title. Got Sandman number 1, good old Kirby, the King. That's always looking for a good copy of this. I thought I had one last time, but I think one of the staples on the inside centerfold had popped. So that was That was a shame. But this one's at least in all intact, including all the staples, and no rust on the staples. So not a lot of big issues on this. A little bit of light spine roll, I believe, but nothing major. Maybe a little light blunting. So yeah, really decent copy. Awesome. All right, and then let's end this off. I'm gonna do the last three. So this is Life with Archie, number 36, Adam Hughes cover. Okay, we're gonna end this off with a bang. So we got one really cool. I'm not a big, huge Archie fan by any means, but when it comes to Adam Hughes, it's I can't help myself. Gotta pick them up. Also got this one. This is a free comic book. Betty and Veronica. It says $5 on there, but trust me, I didn't pay $5 for it. So just because I got a few books from him, and I bought some stuff from him in the past, so he always cuts me a really good deal. So another Adam Hughes cover. That's why I put them together. And then lastly, this is check this out again by the master. Adam Hughes. This is Tomb Raider Journeys, Lara Croft. This is number 1. I wish this was a 9/8, guys. It's just an awesome cover. I mean, the Adam Hughes does not disappoint. But too bad it's on a black cover, of course, right? So it's gonna have some issues with a few spine ticks, but regardless, that's a beautiful cover. So had to grab that as well. Okay, so that is not, like I said, not a lot, but I had a lot of fun. Again, talked with a lot of the vendors and some people that I met down there as well. Of course, we ended up talking about Infinity Wars, the Avengers Infinity Wars, and the state of comics today, that kind of stuff. And everybody has their own ideas, definitely, and it's that's one of the best things about having going to these shows where we all have same interest, and we can just enjoy the hobby together. All right, so let's start with this one. By the way, guys, this is the way. Let's put that back here. So this is the way comic books should be packed. Check that out. So no sign of any, maybe a little bit of blunting over there, but from how this book is, there shouldn't. I don't suspect any damage from this. So let's open up this bad boy and see what we got. All right. It's always tough to know whether I should open these up first, because sometimes these go really fast. You can open it up in like 2 seconds. Sometimes they add so much tape, or sometimes you have to be so careful because you just know the comic is really vulnerable the way they really wrap it. But this one is done pretty good. This guy knows what he's doing. Check that out. He's made sure there's space in between the edges. See how that? So the box, the comics just move around in there, front to back, side to side. So kudos to this guy. Love this seller. Gonna have to give, if everything works out, definitely. I like to leave good feedback, especially guys who really deserve it. I mean, I like to receive good feedbacks too when because I'd like to take the time and energy to make sure the book doesn't arrive damaged. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, all that's going to happen is, if I send out a bad a book that gets there in bad condition, especially with eBay, all I'm going to end up doing is eating the book, right? Because then I get I have to, I get them, they're going to return the books to me, and then next thing you know, sorry guys, next thing you know, I give them full refund, which I, thank God I haven't done too much, and then I get back a bad book. All right, so this, okay, let's just take these down, and let's go with this. So there's 2 books that I got from this seller, this buy, and the first book is, ta-da, Fantastic Four, number 36, first appearance of the Frightful Four, and I believe, I think it's Medusa. Is that right? Because yeah, because the 52 is the first appearance of the Inhumans, but Medusa shows up here first in the Frightful Four. So this is a key. Definitely, it's a really good key. And I've been hunting for this book for a little while, just not pursuing it anything. I know it's something that I've kind of wanted, and I've been passing up on a lot of them. Sometimes I just kind of get lazy and I don't pay attention to the ones that are ending soon, and I kind of miss it. So when there's a good one that goes by, sometimes I miss it because it's not really high on the priority, but definitely been on my radar for a while. So I know this book, since this is a Silver Age key, it's gonna go, if I wanted something in high grade, you're gonna end up paying through the nose. So I don't really care to own this book in a terribly high key, unless of course I can get a super deal on it. So meanwhile, I'll just take what I can get, and this one is kind of in the good plus, I guess around that grade area, right? So, but still, it's I'm gonna open it up and inspect it, make sure everything's intact. As far as I know, everything should be complete. No pages, no big tears, no rips. All the staples should be together on this. So that's what I'm expecting from this one. But if it doesn't go well, maybe I'll do a follow-up video. Okay, and then the next one, I bought 2 from the seller. Along with the theme of Inhumans, I have number 45. So that's why Medusa, you can see her right there. So this is the first appearance of the Inhumans, but I guess she's not considered to be Inhumans yet in 36. So this is the actual first appearance of Inhumans, and also a cameo, I think, of Black Bolt on this one, where it's in the 46. He speaking of Inhumans, he's first full appearance. Again, got this pretty much for a steal. Again, low grade copy. A lot of wear on the top there, plus a stain there. But from what's more important to me is that everything is complete. It's not popped off the staples, and there's no pieces missing, no pages missing. So, and that's what I'm expecting to have. So we'll see if that's actually the case. But this book, if you've seen my other video, this is on my list of books that are should be, that you should be on your radar to look out for, because I believe that this has a lot more to go. They did a bad job with Inhumans in the TV show. Terrible job. I can go on about how bad, and I had such high hopes for it too, and I just could not stand it. So, what they were doing, what they did with that show, how terrible it is, the acting, everything, pretty much across the whole board. They looked the heroes looked terrible. There was no bad guys to speak of, anything. So but hopefully they'll get a second shot and be done right. I'm hoping, because there's some really good characters in there. All right, so we'll just put this for now. So that's the first one, and then the second one. Let's open this bad boy up again. Look at that. Check that out. Really, it's in the comic book box, mailer box. So you're guaranteed, well, not guaranteed, but really good chance that the book will get here, definitely without damage. Even says do not fold or bend on it. So good buddy of mine on Instagram, made a deal with him, offer for this book to me at a good deal, so I had to pick it up. Let's open up this one. And I bought from him before, so, and he's always given me books in great condition when it gets here, so I'm not second guessing this at all. Okay, again, and as always, check that out. Not only is it in a comic mailer that's very secure, but it is sandwiched between several heavy-duty pieces of cardboard. This is the way comics should be treated, with respect. This is awesome. I have you know, not just you guys, but myself as well. I always strive to do better. So check this out. This is a pretty big key. I still think this should go on my underrated list, and you might see this coming up on an underrated list video that I might make soon. Let's see. Sorry guys, just got a couple more little pieces of tape to go, and there, free. Okay, and without further ado, the last book is, drumroll please, ta-da! Woohoo! Superman's X-Pal, the new Jimmy Olsen, number 134. Oh, I mean, you know, this the Neil Adams cover, you know, it speaks for itself. Never mind the fact that this is the first cameo appearance of Darkseid. You know, I mean, he shows up, I think, on a small little panel on a TV screen. You can barely recognize him at all. But I think more importantly, it's because of this cover that this book has been up there as a grail for a lot of people, and definitely it keeps going up in value. And with DC kind of having a hard time, let's face it, against Marvel, you know, they're having to really step back and reevaluate themselves. So I'm hoping that they do a really good job of getting themselves together first before they bring on Darkseid as a villain, because just like Marvel has done Thanos really well, I mean, you know, as a story, as a villain, as a character, you know, this is the way we want to see bad guys. Something is definitely dangerous to the hero, that actually puts the hero at peril, at risk, not just the people he cares about. We can, you know, that's one of the things that like, for instance, just going off topic here, guys, but just as an instance, you know, off the top of my head, Power Man, right? Luke Cage, the series, you know, he's strong, he's invulnerable, that kind of stuff. Really, where the failing of that show, it wasn't because of Luke Cage. I thought the character, what's his name? I can't put my finger on his name right now, but he looks acts the way Luke Cage should. You know, he did a great job. His acting, everything about his portrayal of Luke Cage, I thought was spot on. Where they failed, I believe, is pretty much everything else, including especially the fact that the bad guy, since you know he's invulnerable, his skin is impenetrable, he really wasn't in danger. So they really were putting the people that he loved, the people he cared about, in danger, and therefore that's what the premise of the whole thing is. And then when you do that, really the hero only has only a chance to be a hero for somebody else, not for his own sake, right? But I believe when you put the heroes in danger, themselves, their lives, that's when it becomes really a good villain. Like look at Thanos, that epic fight between him and Iron Man. I mean, when he grabbed the moon, when you got a villain that can grab a moon and pretty much chuck it at you, right? You're probably going, you know, those nanobots have got to be working overtime to clean up that suit because I'm pretty sure, you know, you left a pretty good amount of skid marks after seeing that, because that was pretty epic, right? Not very many. What else are you gonna do when a villain throws a moon at you? So, anyways, guys, just to kind of going off a little bit here, but back to this book. It's very, very bright. Check this out. I'm gonna have to really have a good close look at this, but just first inspection, just few ticks right there from what I remember we talked about it. Everything again is complete, attached with the staples, no big tears or rips. Small right there, color breaking crease, and I believe the back is pretty similar to that. So definitely, I mean, not going to be a 9.8 or so, but definitely in the mid, maybe even mid high grade. We'll see. But yeah, loved it too. So got some pretty good, got some keys, got some good pickups that I had fun at a local show, right? Got some awesome artists, as well as some throwbacks to some oldies but goodies, and a lot of fun books, right? So that's I am pretty happy with that. This is the kind of haul that I really love. Mix of everything. It's not just serious all the time. I love just picking up books that really I'm not looking to flip or make any money on. I mean, of course, any chance you can do those are good too. But of course, I'm not going to get rich off of Wonder Man here, right? That's strictly for myself to have fun in. So again, guys, thank you very much for sharing this time with me. Again, and also once again to my subscribers, I really appreciate all you guys, including my newest subscribers. Thank you very much for taking the time to hit that subscribe button. And again, you should be seeing some of my new subscribers on screen. And for you guys who also want to have your name, you don't even have to request, but if you request your to put your name up, just in case if I missed you or just haven't got around to it, I'm always trying to update each video with a new subscriber, and I'm making sure I pay attention to which ones I've already put up versus the ones who still have yet to go up. So I'm doing that all the time. Again, always appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that, and just taking the time to watch the video, listening to me ramble on. But if you wouldn't mind, if you do like the videos that I'm making, please go ahead and hit that like button. Always appreciative of you guys doing that, and also leave a comment. Tell me what you think of my haul. Maybe if you yourself are looking for some of these books, and also, guys, I'm into selling some of these books. If you're looking for some of these books, I'm always willing to buy, sell, or trade, right? It's not that's part of the game, that's part of the fun for me as well. So, and with that said, if you want to go ahead and leave a comment down below with that, also of some of the maybe some topics that you would like me to cover in the future, that would be okay too. I'd love to hear your suggestions and ideas, and then hit that that notification bell as well. Well, before you go out, okay? That'll make sure that you get notified of my future videos that I come up with. Try to make them on a regular basis. All right. So that's it for now, Comic Sniper, along with Mark 3 signing off. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye bye now.